Hello, this is Jamie Davis again with the Prince George Church of Christ, and I'm here to talk to you about this week's A Thankful Heart. This is our fourth episode, and today we're going to be talking about being thankful for friends and family. For our scripture reading in this particular series, we're going to be looking at Proverbs chapter 17, verse 17, where we read that a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. This is a time of year when we all gather with our friends and family, and that's right there with all the things that we're thankful for. We gather around a table, and sometimes that table is full of friends and family that we are on good terms with. There's a lot of joy, there's a lot of laughing, and even some tears as we think about loved ones who have passed and all the memories that we have. But then there's also times where that table is not as full of joy. Maybe there are empty seats because of division, or there's space between those people at the table. And so this is a time of year still to think about those individuals and to express thanksgiving for them. We know that some families are close and some are strained, and still, Scripture teaches us that we should value the relationships that we have with one another. And so when we think about being thankful this time of year, let's remind ourselves to be thankful for family, even when it's not perfect. We think that families are supposed to be that perfect depiction sometimes that we see on television, but it's not always the case. We have our disagreements, but it's a part of growth. It's a part of our development as individuals, especially as Christians. They teach us patience. They teach us how to forgive. And they also teach us that love lasts beyond convenience. Sometimes it's just very difficult. And yet, we're still commanded to love one another. But also, we can look at our friends too, because God places individuals or people in our lives. And amongst those are mainly friends. Not saying family is not, but there are friends that we have that come around, and we can thank God for them. And those friends, they are the ones who can sometimes encourage us during difficult times. They are there with us along with our walk in life. And they're the ones who sometimes will be able to be the truth tellers, that they will help us with correction when we need to be told something needs to be adjusted in our lives. But then lastly, we're thankful that God uses those relationships to help us grow. Whether there's family or whether there's friends, we're meant to grow. Now we think about it as parents, that as fathers, mothers, that we are growing as we raise children. And that certainly that is a level of experience that we get, but also our teachings to children, to even grandchildren, should teach them to grow. And believe it or not, relationships that you might have with your brothers and sisters, that should at least cause us to reflect on things in our lives and cause us to grow, to teach us how to forgive and how to be able to have patience with individuals, even those outside of our own families. So today, let's make sure that we express that appreciation for our family and friends and understand that God has blessed us with those in our lives, if we so have those in our lives. And certainly, as we think about this time of year, we know that it's sometimes difficult because we think about those who have passed on from this world. And so our minds are with those who are still in mourning, and we are always grateful and thankful for the opportunity that we have had with them in our lives. Until next time, thank you so much for watching today.